Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just here to pop down our cards for next week, which I think starts on January, I think it's the 13th. 13th January, yeah, I think so. So this is our cards for next week. So I'm just going to have a shuffle of the Black and White Falcon deck. Hope everybody is all right and doing well. Please excuse the steam if you can see that. I can't tell whether you can see it actually on the camera. But if you can, that's just my tea. So let's just have a little look. See what the Faulkner deck has got for us today. For next week. See what our guidance is. Okay. So. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, let me just turn that camera down there a little bit. There we go. So, Eight of Pentacles, interesting card because the Eight of Pentacles talks about, I always see it as a kind of being recognised for your hard work. So, excuse me, learning a new skill and being appreciated for that skill. Often comes up when we're looking at things like promotions, new opportunities, usually has something to do with like improving your skill set and being able to be appreciated for that. So there's definitely an energy at the beginning of next week for us having opportunities to be recognised and to move ourselves forward in terms, usually the Pentacles cards are usually talking about work and business, but it doesn't just have to be that. So, you know, if what you're interested in this week and why you're looking for this reading is that you would like to know more about love life or family life or something like that, then this card talks about achievement and it talks about you being able to move forward. So it's a progressive card, it's a good positive card. But most often it comes up in terms of work and business and being able to be recognised for your efforts, I suppose. Just have a little swig of my tea, won't be a second. If anybody likes tea, this is delicious. This is a French Earl Grey. It's produced by a company called T2, and it's just my favourite tea at the moment. And it's nice because you can kind of have it black. So if you're doing the whole detox thing, in January, it's quite a nice one to have. I'm not doing the detox thing, but if you are, it's quite a good one. Okay, so this is our starts of the week with good positive energy to begin the week with. So just going to pop Mr. Eight of Pentacles back there and have a shuffle. I'm using in January my new Enchanted Forest deck, which is absolutely beautiful deck. I've got to say, it's lovely. There is a review and an unboxing on my channel, and what I'll do is I'll try to either link it in here right now up in the top corner, or I'll put it tag it on the end so that you can just click through if you want to look at that. But it is a really beautiful card. If you like things like you know, the animals and I don't know, elves, gnomes, that sort of thing, it really is. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. Yeah, so it's lovely. So let's have a little look and see what we've got in terms of this little lovely deck. I'll pop him here. There we go. We've got the Keeper of Boons. So the Keeper in this deck is, I believe, the equivalent of the King. Let me double check here, because I've only just started to use this deck. So yeah, Weavers are the Queens and the Keepers are the Kings. Yeah, okay. So this is the deck, by the way, if you want to check it out. It is fabulous. So the Keeper of Boons is the equivalent really of the King of Pentacles, so it's quite appropriate that he comes alongside this Eight of Pentacles energy. So Eight of Pentacles is talking about us learning things, a bit of new skills, being recognised for that development. And the Keeper of Boons would be talking about success and abundance and all of that good stuff. So the energy that comes with this recognition, this hard work that you've done, is having all that you need around you and more. You know, you can see he's got all of his goodies there. He's got his badge up, so cute. But he's got all his things around him, and he's kind of there looking really happy with what he's got. So the Pentacles do tend to talk about our material goods. So, you know, things like money, houses, properties, jobs, the stuff that we have around us. But they also talk about things being very grounded and reliable. So, you know, if you have felt like things have been a little bit unstable, or that you know, you've had a lot going on and it's all been costing you a fortune, this talks about a return to stability, really. You know, the King of Boons is saying that you've got everything you need and more. So it's a very, very successful card. It's a card that talks about you being able to, I almost feel like I've worked really hard and now I can just sit back a little bit and relax, and just enjoy the fruits of my labour, I suppose, is what the energy that I'm getting from this at the moment. But I'll tell you what I'm really drawn to is that all the things are behind him. You know, he's obviously got all this stuff stashed up behind him. Now, I know these are kind of like crystals or stalactites or stalagmites or something like that, but it's almost like all of that stuff is behind him. So, you know, the hard work is behind you. Or also it may be asking you to consider what you have, your concept of what you have, your vision of what you have might not be taking into account everything. You know, so sometimes we do that, don't we? We kind of get a little bit bogged down. We just like, oh God, this isn't going quite right for me, so everything has to be rubbish. But it actually isn't, because, you know, you've got loads in there, you know, in safety of your cave. You are kind of grounded, so everything's cool, really. It just might not be that it feels that way sometimes because we're not noticing everything that we need to notice. So yeah, that might be worth considering this week. So I'm just going to pop down an oracle card to go with these two and see what we get. This is the Nature's Whispers oracle cards that I've been using for the last couple of weeks. So let's just have a little look and see what we have. Okay, so we've got hope and happiness. What can you say about hope and happiness, really? Lovely, beautiful card, I would say that is. Lovely energy to that. I'm just looking to see what I'm really drawn to. I'm kind of really drawn to the pathways there, because there's lots of different pathways. We've got this pathway here. Sorry, let me just hold it with this hand. You've got this pathway here. You've got the river on the path there. And then you've also got all these sort of highlights here. So that to me is talking about there being more than one pathway for you to choose. So there's more than one pathway to this happiness. But absolutely beautiful card, talking about that kind of lovely hope energy. So it looks like a really, really positive week. I'm just going to have a quick look in this book and see what is said about hope and happiness. The thing is, when you get things like the sun and hope and happiness and things like that, there's not much to say really, other than there is hope and happiness and it looks good. So I'm just going to read what it says in the book. You've reached a time filled with healing energy, new progress and satisfaction. You're at a point for festivity. The energy in this phase is supportive and promotes a feeling of winning. Let worries or challenges from the past fade away as you focus on the joy that is surrounding you. Feel encouraged and excited about the potential of all the wonderful promises that are being kept. Celebrate and enjoy your life. So, lovely message in that card. What I would say to you also is that the King of Pentacles, so we've got this Weaver of Boons, does talk about that talks about that kind of success, having achieved your goals, having got there. So those cards are kind of quite tying in quite nicely, I would say. So a really, really positive set of cards for us this week. Let me just have another little swig of my tea. That is good, that tea, really good. So lovely energy. Really hope you enjoy your week. Don't forget, we've just had that full moon energy, so we were letting go of all of that stuff that's held us back. So these cards are really talking about moving forward now. So that's good. Hope you did all your releasing. If you haven't done it, do it now. Because you can still, I mean, you can release things whenever you want to release things. It's just the full moon is a good time to do it. Not there's any particularly bad time to do it, but you know, there are better times, and the full moon is a great time. So we're still sort of in that energy a little bit. So, you know, if you've got stuff to let go that you haven't done over the weekend, let it go now, because this looks like we're progressing. So thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've literally just got to 200 subscribers, so thank you so much. If you're new, if you've been here since the beginning, or if you came somewhere in the middle, thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Over the next week or so, I will try to put up some kind of interactive reading that we can all join in with as a little bit of a treat for getting to 200 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.